Hello members of Lombard City. Today is Friday, July 31st. It is about 9:30 in the morning Central Time. I'd like to give a big shout out to everybody who's been coming in and introducing yourself in our forum. We've got a bunch more guys who are members who are lurking but not really participating. So the more that we chat back and forth in here, the better it is for everybody. Now in this video, I've got something really I think is fantastic, and there's some huge opportunities just on the horizon that I really want to take a look at some chart patterns here and point out some correlations, some of the same patterns. Now, what's the big pattern that pops out to you in this chart right now? I'd like to call your attention to this, what we call an accumulation phase. And it's easy to call it an accumulation phase after the fact because you can see that somebody was buying and let it go quiet, and then they were buying and letting it go quiet, and then they were buying up what's available and stop buying. And slowly they're just soaking up whatever anybody is willing to sell at that price. And over time they collect up quite a bit of it, and pretty soon there's not very much in the market that anybody's selling, and prices start rising on different levels. And Vanilla Coin is a new coin. It's got some really great technology, and the community is supporting it, and it's getting quite a bit of interest. And the reason I'm pointing this out right here is because this happened just recently in clam formation, in clam coin as well. And we can see right here this accumulation phase of somebody buying and then going quiet and then buying and going quiet, and pretty soon prices are starting to break out and go up. And we just see that happening here in clam. And this is when I initially bought into my clam, or I think it was right here as it broke out again to the higher side, and that was an important time to buy. Made is another one I've been talking about, and I think you may know I'm favorable on. And here again, through all of June, I was recognizing this one at the time, and I was saying, hey, this is an accumulation phase, so start stocking up. And as it broke down here, I thought, no way, and I bought all I could. I sold a bunch of other coins and turned them all into Made. And prices came up. As they bumped right here, I sold part of my Made. I thought it was going to fade off from there, but I was wrong. And so I'm profitable on the first phase, and on the second phase profitable, and I think this is going to go to the moon. And I think it's going to go way higher than it is right now, and it's just accumulating for it. So this is my opinion on this one. Now another one I want to take a look at is GMC, where we had, it's easy to see now, but this accumulation phase, it's a pretty new coin. It went quiet and it started to grow. It broke this 1, 2, 3 and started to really accelerate here, and the uptrend is fading off a bit. I think it may be topping, but this is another one that had this nice accumulation phase before the prices really took off. It may go sideways here for quite a while as it levels out the market. Let's take a look at the prices here. So it does look like it's going up still. An interesting spike here, so this is a cool one to watch. But I wanted to point out this accumulation deal here because there are two more coins I want to point out now that are in a position where I think something big is on the way. So here's our accumulation phase, and here's an increased accumulation phase. Now we're running out of supply and things are starting to go, and so we can see this sort of wave building up below the prices, and where a tsunami would be pushing. This is what it looks like to me on this chart for BCN, and I bought into that. Let's go down here, open trades, my trades. So I bought in at 14 using some Satoshi from a series of Bitcoin faucets. And so here I used the Bitcoin faucet money to buy, and then I sold at a profit from 14 up to 18. Then as prices came back down, I used that same money and I bought more of the coins. And so I had this much, and I really grew my Satoshi quite a bit just in those couple days there. From the 7th to the 10th, really did a good increase, and then reinvested. Now prices are up around 30 and 29, 28 and 30. So this has been a real nice increase, this one. You can also see that I've got another buy in here at 27. So if prices get sold down to 27, I will get filled with another 300,000 coins. And the reason I'm doing that is because of this formation, and I want to add on to a winning trade. Next one I want to point out is counterparty. Look at this formation here. I think this is one that's going to also start to really take off again and be some fantastic profits that are going to more than double the price of this coin just by this accumulation phase in here. So there are two major ones that I think it's time to jump into those. They are making this accumulation phase, and before that I showed 4 or 5 other ones that have been successful recently that showed that same pattern before they broke out higher. So I think we're in the beginning of a longer term uptrend in a lot of the cryptocurrencies. I think that the world situation and people's general education about these things is starting to increase, and there's money flowing into these markets. So investing in them now and then holding is going to be a good strategy. So again, thanks for checking out the forum. Come on in here, and there's cryptocurrency trading details, there's the Bitcoin trading details, some of the details on the major markets, like for instance the S&P 500. I've been trading a little bit over here. I moved more of my Bitcoin back to Poloniex and was investing in those more, but I still wanted to play here in the world markets and keep an eye on what's going on. Here's the daily chart. Here's the 1-year chart of the S&P 500 up to a top formation, and so I'm looking to short this right now. We've got a little bit lower highs all the way along, and it's coming up here as it consolidates. I want to go short that and keep paying attention to going short this market. So I have an order in right now, and I can't click it or it'll go away. Here's the 1 day. It's probably, my order is just below this, so if it does break down below this, then I'll go short. So now it's made higher highs. I wouldn't want to go short until it does break down below here and below here. Thanks for tuning in, fellas. We'll catch up with you soon. Good luck with all of your cryptocurrency trading.